So California is having some of the heaviest rainfall that we've had in the history of recorded rainfall. That got me thinking, probably need to make sure the wipers on the 356 work all right. Luckily, after all these years, the mechanism to move the wipers back and forth still works great. So all they really needed was new wiper blade refills, the rubber insert part, and they are tip-top. Now, back in 1960, there was not an electric motor that pumped water and sprayed it out the nozzles. There's actually a little pressure-operated pump that you pump with your foot. It's down to the left side of the clutch. I'll show you where it is. But what I noticed, all the lines connecting up to the windshield sprayers looked like this. They were all perished, they were all hard and brittle, and obviously need to be replaced. So, even though I hate crawling under the dashboard, that's what I'm gonna do once again today. Try to replace all the lines with some new tubing, and hopefully the system works after that. So it should be a pretty simple job, assuming all the parts are there, which I think they are. So we're gonna replace the lines and test the system, and I'll show you what I learn in the process. I've never done this before, but it looks pretty straightforward enough. Okay, so you can see here, this is the little foot pump that actually you use to pump up the washers and spray the nozzles. Hopefully this is all still working. You can see some of the lines here which go up. They're all like completely brittle and need to be replaced. So we're gonna try to do that and try to replicate what they've got here. Now, part of the wiper system is this little reservoir bag, which is under the frunk on the right-hand side. It goes right in here and hangs on a little bracket. And so we need to check and make sure that this will still hold water. It appears to be in pretty good shape, and it's actually not too brittle. So let's test it out and see. All right, I just filled this with water. The cap is still attached to the hose in the frunk, so, and it seems to be holding water. It seems to be in pretty good shape. In case you're not sure if there's water. Okay, so we've got this, and we need it to go, we need to do the same thing. Oh, it had a little tiny filter in it here at the end. Let's reuse that. This little T fitting has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has, can you see that? Has a little directional arrow on it. I assume that's the direction of flow. So I guess if I get it wrong, I can always put it back in. I also had a really hard time getting off the old rubber off the ends of these, but actually I think I decided to leave a little bit on there rather than try to scrape it all off, so that it hopefully forms a little bit of a better seal. Have I mentioned that I hate crawling under the dashboard and contorting myself under here? Totally sucks. All right, so we've got the new line coming in from the reservoir to the foot pump into the little three-way T, going up here past the parking brake along the little firewall, and then going up to the sprayer nozzles up here and up here. So let's fill the system and see if it actually works before we start cleaning everything up. Now, you know, a lot of people with a Porsche 356 like this probably don't care if their windshield washer nozzles work or not, because frankly, most owners of a car like this are never going to drive it in the rain. But this is a typical driver, and so there's a chance we might be driving this in the rain. And we've got nothing. So either I put that little T-valve in the wrong way, or there's something else blocking the nozzles. All right, I think I actually found my problem. The nozzle sprayers were just kind of all gunked up with like wax and corrosion and stuff. So I'm gonna pull them off. I pulled this one off and cleaned it up and stuck a little pin through the tiny little holes at the end, made sure that air passes through. I'm gonna reinstall those and see if that does the trick. I don't know about you, but I find it so satisfying to see a system that is so simple that after 63 years, it still works. All I really did was replace the tubing and clean out the nozzles. I've got a little bit of a problem with the passenger side nozzle. It's missing a brass washer, but I'm gonna try to pick that up and get that fixed. The nozzle's working okay, but it's just dribbling out instead of spraying like this one.